It's the dark-skinned Sarah's my neighbor. Hey, man, y'all see what we got right here today. Hey, but before we get into it, man, y'all go ahead and subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. If y'all new to this channel, man, this is the craziest title I've ever seen in my entire life.
Bro, this nigga killed almost everyone
I hope this joint's fake,
in the
bro.
courtroom.
I hope this is fake.
Yeah.
I hope it's fake. Because that joint.
What do you mean he killed almost everyone?
In the thumbnail, bro, it looked like they got a gun, bro. And he just in the courtroom like this.
Really?
Yeah, in the thumbnail.
But how is that going to avoid anything?
I know, bro. Like, nigga, you making
You
it
just
worse.
made it. You just gonna die.
If
instead
you
of
think
going to
like
prison.
that, if that's logic to you, bro, leave this video, bro.
Yeah.
If I can save a life, do not trust Mr. Nichols. Ever again. Ever again. Don't trust him.
On the morning of March 11th, 2005, Brian G. Nichols walked into the Fulton County Courthouse in Atlanta, Georgia, for his trial for sexual assault and murdered the judge presiding over his trial, a court reporter, a sheriff's deputy, and later a federal agent.
Damn.
What happened next would shock the nation and change the way courthouses would handle security forever. Welcome to Crime Corner. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. Brian Nichols was facing trial for multiple charges, including rape and assault, when he overpowered the deputy assigned to guard him in a courtroom holding cell.
Damn.
He took the deputy's gun and went on the run, ultimately killing 4 people over the course of the next few hours. After escaping, Nichols went on a terrifying rampage, killing a judge presiding over his trial, a court reporter, and a sheriff's deputy who tried to intervene. He fled the courthouse and carjacked several vehicles before eventually taking a woman named Ashley Smith hostage in her own apartment. Ashley Smith was held hostage by Nichols for several hours. During this time, she used her wits and quick thinking to try to reason with Nichols, showing him pictures of her young daughter and reading to him from the book, The Purpose-Driven Life, by Rick Warren. Surprisingly, Nichols began to open up to Smith, sharing details about his life and past experiences.
This shit sound like a goddamn Law and Order episode,
This
nigga.
shit sound like some shit that happened in Naruto, bro.
Nigga said she came in a room and niggas started opening up and shit.
Eventually, she was able to convince Nichols to release her by connecting with him on a personal level.
The fuck?
Ashley Smith convinced Nichols to surrender to
That
police.
shit actually works, bro.
Brian Nichols was eventually apprehended and brought to trial, where he was found guilty of all charges and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Okay.
During the trial, the defense team tried to argue that Nichols was not in his right state of mind when he committed the crimes, citing a history of mental illness and drug use.
It only works for
However,
white people,
the
bro.
jury did not find this argument convincing and Nichols was convicted.
I will give the maximum sentence, which is 20 years.
20 years?
I hereby sentence Mr. Nichols to 20 years to serve, consecutive to counts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 32. Count 35 is another armed robbery count, and you know by now the armed robbery carries a life imprisonment, and I'm going to give him the maximum of a life imprisonment. That is consecutive to counts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 32, and 33. None of this will be served on probation.
I just killed the nigga. I ain't
Not any probation.
Might as well just
Neither
pop
am
the
I planning
nigga.
on
Damn
giving
better
him a
on
fine.
yourself.
Even though you may not like Mr. Nichols, let's give a fair trial to everybody. Let's let them continue to be innocent until proven guilty. Let's give everybody a jury trial if they wanted it, and that's what Mr. Nichols wanted, and that's what he got. And let's treat them perhaps better than they treated everybody else. I don't want to make it personal, but at the same time, if I can save a life, do not trust Mr. Nichols. Ever again. Ever again. Don't trust him.
11 life sentences, 4 without parole, and another 385 years for Atlanta's courthouse killer. It was a crime that shocked the city and devastated the legal community.
380 fucking years.
Nigga.
Nigga, but just kill the nigga, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what's the point? Like, I think they just do that just to, like, it's like a punishment.
Niggas
He
don't
dumb?
even live. Niggas don't even
The
live past
motherfucker,
80.
bro.
Man.
You just hearing that number, you just like, man, I know I'm gonna be dead by the time. Like, there's no hope.
It's
They
like
probably gonna kill that nigga in jail, bro.
Gave that nigga no hope, bro.
it's like you gonna be traumatized every day you wake up for the next I don't know how many years that
Yeah,
you
but-
will already be in
But
there.
that's the thing, though.
Just because you can't go
Nah,
nowhere.
actually, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
These
Niggas
niggas
like that, bro.
forever.
Nah, but in my opinion, bro, niggas like that, bro, they need to actually live to learn that, like, the torture and misery you put those niggas' families through.
Mm-hmm.
Killing a nigga would just put him out of misery. You know, you'll be doing that nigga a favor, to be honest.
That is true.
Like, niggas like that need to, like,
Learn a lesson.
actually live that torturous life.
Not be
Some
punished.
niggas don't even care, bro. Like,
I don't wish torture upon nobody. I don't wish shit, but nigga, I feel like that is a punishment that's like, it can be valid on either side.
Spree that began at a downtown
2005.
courthouse. The 37-year-old was barely audible as he spoke publicly
That
in
nigga
court for the first
served
time.
like 18 years or
Prosecutors wanted the death penalty, but 12 jurors couldn't agree on execution. There were 3 holdouts. Judge James Boniford, who imposed the toughest sentence allowed by law, ended Saturday's hearing with a grave warning.
Do not ever trust him again, because there's been ample evidence that trusting Mr. Nichols will get you killed.
In an emotionally
So I don't
charged
doubt
news
it.
conference, even the lead prosecutor broke down.
We fought for justice for 4 wonderful people, 4 innocent people.
Many family members of the victims were not satisfied with the sentence, like the daughter of a slain court reporter.
My family and I watched in horror and disgust while Nichols' entire defense team stomped all over the justice
The
system.
wife of a deputy sheriff
He never once showed to me any remorse, constantly sitting in his chair at the defense table with a smirk on his face.
and the wife of a federal agent,
Get him up,
Nichols'
dude.
final victim.
Brian Nichols' parents raised an extremely evil person.
Anything short of a death penalty was viewed as a failure by
Hey,
prosecutors,
nigga,
who
shit.
turned down
He
an
evil.
offer by Nichols to plead guilty if the state took death off the table. Now the U.S. attorney will weigh a federal charge against Nichols for murdering the agent. A conviction on that charge, and Nichols could again face death. Jason Ronas, The Associated Press, Atlanta.
The Brian Nichols case remains a chill.
That nigga a different type of gangster, bro. Cause like, bro, you see some gangster that they bring to court, like nigga all tattooed up, they looking like nigga. Yeah,
Man, that ain't gangster, nigga.
That nigga just like
That ain't gangster.
he just
nigga.
lay back, like chill, like you look like an innocent ass nigga. Like he don't do shit, like he don't do nothing, but bro, it's
That's
crazy.
the most
bro.
dangerous nigga.
That's
bro.
the most dangerous nigga.
While the story of his crime spree and hostage situation is a tragic one, it also serves as a testament to the bravery of Ashley Smith and the law enforcement officials who worked to bring Nichols to justice.
I don't know how she
Additionally,
did it,
the
but she
case has sparked
did that
important
shit.
discussions around mental health and the criminal justice system, with many advocating for more resources to be dedicated to addressing underlying issues that can lead to violent crime. 17 years later, people
Ain't
are
no
still
mental health,
reflecting
man.
on the
Ain't no
tragic
idea.
events of that fateful day.
17 years ago today, fear gripped people living all across metro Atlanta for 26 hours as investigators searched for a man suspected of murdering 4 people.
Brian Nichols, who was originally in court to be retried on a charge, overpowered a Fulton County deputy inside the courthouse, beat her and stole her gun, and that was the start of a deadly rampage.
Jeff Hollinger is joining us.
I'm surprised he didn't
now.
shoot her.
Jeff, you
Yeah, that's what I'm
what's happened
saying, like,
and how the city reacted.
I don't know how she did it, but I'm happy to get out there.
I'm hit.
Was
I'm
then
hit.
used to kill Fulton County Superior Judge Roland Barnes
Well, I
and
noticed
his
that.
court reporter as well. The violence didn't stop inside the courthouse. Shortly after leaving the courthouse, Nichols shot and killed another deputy. He spent all day on the run, and that
Look
evening
at this
he went to a
nigga.
home in Buckhead and
That
shot a
nigga's
federal
smiling, bro.
agent before stealing his gun and pickup truck. His next stop was in Duluth, and that is where he pushed his way into the apartment of a woman named Ashley Smith. Smith had never met Nichols, but as he held her hostage, she was able to talk him into surrendering the next day. Nichols, later convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison. 10 years after the shooting at the courthouse, a movie was created about the ordeal. It was an extraordinary time, and to this day,
Why they
people
always
get very,
make
very
movies
quiet
off
and
this shit?
very, very solemn when talking about the events involving Brian Nichols.
Yeah, certainly something you don't forget if you were anywhere in this community when it happened.
It's a terrible anniversary, that's for sure.
And he blames drugs and alcohol for everything that had went down that day. All right, remembering all of the victims on this 17-year courthouse shooting. Thank you, Jeff.
Stay tuned for more content like this, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, other people.
How the fuck did she convince him to?
Yeah, that's like she has to be some psychology fucking. I don't know, bro. Cause that just sound like some shit off of fucking Law and Order, bro. Where they would have people hostage and they would try to talk them out into like surrendering or all this shit. And I'm just like, bro. But nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad she she wasn't hurt and everything like that. But damn, how you do that shit?
Hey man, y'all stay safe out there, man. Hey, stay out of trouble. Yeah, in this type of video, we supposed to be learning from these niggas, man, for you know, for making this terrible, horrible mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so don't make the same mistake, bro.
Don't do it, bro.
Yeah, it's not cool, bro. Hey man, but we love y'all, man. That'll be for the video, man. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you're new. God loves you. God bless you, and we easy out of here.